got ghosted by the first guy I went on a date with after my divorce. We went out a couple of days ago. I downloaded Bumble 3 days ago because I was just like, okay, I'm gonna like dip my toe back in the water and whatever. So I matched with this guy. He super swapped me, and then we started talking. He asked me to go out the next day, so we did, and we went out to eat for like lunch. We went and played mini golf. We went out to eat dinner. We went to his house, like watched a movie. I thought it went really well. Like, he even said I would usually never ask a girl out from like an app so quickly, but I felt really intrigued by you or whatever. Like, and I even told him, like, because we spent a lot of time together, I was like, if you need me to like leave or, you know, whatever, then that's fine. And he was like, no, I'm a super straight up person. Like, I'll just tell you if I'm not feeling it or whatever. So I think we have a nice time. I leave, and then, you know, we talk a little bit the next day. Like,
apologies about that one. I was hoping for a good break there, but yeah, this one's dating after divorce, and I think it's just kind of funny, and I realize she's probably doing this for her own sake as well. She has the headline right where her forehead's supposed to be, so she's probably a little concerned about her big forehead. Um, just, I don't know, not really much else to say in the headline there. Either way, let's get back to it. This compilation is dating after divorce. Let's see what we got. Come on. I mean, she got ghosted. Like, whoop-de-doo. Everybody gets ghosted. Let's get to the meat of it.
Message back and forth, and then today I did not hear from him at all, and I see that he has unmatched me on Bumble, like deleted me off Snapchat, and blocked me on Instagram. And I'm just like, our last message, like, he asked me what I was doing, and like I told him what I was doing, and then he opened that, and it was like, and it's really upsetting, like, not because I think this
well, I guess he was bored on the first day. Second day he wanted something, or he wanted things to move in that direction, and you gave him a dry answer, and he was like, I'm gonna move on to the next guy. That's just how it goes, sweetheart. It's a different world.
guy was going to be like the love of my life, or because I really liked him so much.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you're delusional. The love of your life after one date. You're delusional.
But it's more upsetting, like, the fact that this was my first, like, that was my first date since, you know, my divorce. And it's like, okay, it's gonna be like that then. Like, I'm deleting this app. But also because, like, whenever you have been, sorry, I don't mean to cry, but whenever you have been like hurt and deceived and like been through intimate partner betrayal, and you already doubt your intuition, and like you don't trust yourself, and like I've been really, really good in my healing journey so far. Like, yeah, I felt like I did trust myself, and I felt like I've been doing a really good job, and then something like this happens, and it's just kind of like, maybe I overestimated, you know, like, myself. A lot of us who have been with like narcissistic people, men with like corn or sex addictions, they most always have.
How does that make a man a narcissist? Of all things, you know, I hear married men will turn to corn, let's say, because I'm not quite sure what YouTube has to say about that word. Married men turn to that instead of turning to cheating. Like, I get it's a very docile behavior. I really don't recommend that at all. And having a healthy sex life. Oh man, that's the thing that I hate about YouTube. I can't tell if I just shot myself in the foot by saying that. But in any case, you're delusional. There's nothing narcissistic about wanting to watch it. Not a healthy habit, I don't think, but in any case.
an avoidant attachment style, and a lot of times to adapt we either already had or we develop a more anxious attachment style, and I've really been trying to work on that too. And like I felt so comfortable in where I've been, but it's just like by myself. But now that it's like trying to factor other people into my life, it's just kind of like I don't know how to do this part. I really don't. Definitely opening up old abandonment wounds and rejection wounds, and really highlighting like areas that I feel like I personally need to work on before I would be comfortable putting myself back in that position. So I mean, I guess if anything, this was just a learning experience. I do wish, of course, like I knew why he did that. I did message him on Snapchat, which I don't know if he'll even get it or open it, because he did unadd me, but I was like, if you didn't like me, you could have just told me. And it was funny because he like prided himself on being so mature, and he is a year younger than me, but he has 2 kids and like a good job and like is a homeowner, and like I don't know, I just was not getting that vibe from him. We press forward and it'll be okay. I just want to like keep you guys updated on my journey, my healing journey, and as I navigate the world of like dating, and hopefully it's not always going to be like this.
A healing journey of healing through other people. It's just something that I don't get. It's like womanese to me. You know, she didn't want to give it up to him. Oh man, this stuff turns my brain to rot at times.
I fucked up.
Boo, fuckity boo. Oh.
I did. Let's talk about it. So I shared with you guys on Saturday that I finally got the nerve to text a guy and ask him if he wanted to get drinks sometime. Well, he responded. And while he was flattered that I even asked, he's now in a relationship with somebody else. I was really mad at myself for a couple days because I was like, I've been trying to send that text for weeks and I had so much anxiety about it that I just couldn't get myself to do it. But I thought about it, and I'm a true believer that everything happens for a reason. And if him and I were supposed to do that and supposed to get together, it would have happened, and it didn't. So here's to my singleness. Someday it'll happen.
So I wanted to share.
Cool story, bro. You didn't make any sort of moves and he moved on. Like, good for this guy. Shutting her down that he's in a relationship too. Smart move.
This dating tip that someone had shared with me when I first started going out on dates, and the more I thought about it, the more it made sense. So basically what I was told was, when you are going out on dates and whatnot, if you're planning the date, for example, this could go for guys, girls, whatever, is to plan the dates doing something that you enjoy. So for example, like I love going to new restaurants, I love going to sporting events, I love going to concerts, I love doing all these things. Basically the whole idea is you plan dates around that, so even if the date isn't going well, you're still gonna have a good time. And that sounds kind of selfish, but at the same time, when you're going out on dates, you're putting out your time and your energy and your effort. And if the date's not going well, like that's fine, it's just, not your person. But, you're at least going to have a good time. You're going to have a good time at that concert. You're going to have a good time at that restaurant, whatever.
And stop.
Yeah, no, a concert is a horrible idea for a date. You'll pretty much only be able to talk through intermissions and before and after the event. That's something that you do once you've gotten to know somebody. But either way, I don't know, kind of gold digger attitude, I think, if you're constantly trying to get a fun date out of it instead of just genuinely having an interest in getting to know a person. I say coffee or a walk in the park always first, and if that's too boring for them, then they're probably going to be single for quite a while. Let's be real. The whole point of that is to meet somebody and understand what they're about, where texting doesn't come through. You don't get a natural feel as to who they are. Anyways, divorced. Never put this one thing in your dating profile. Divorced.
Fearing dating apps. Remember the days when dating was just completely different and meeting women was a whole different ballgame? Navigating through dating apps
Yup.
can be really nerve-wracking, especially as you get older as a man. So what should you do? I know you might be thinking, should I mention that I'm divorced on my profile? Will it scare her away? While mentioning
Oh, this woman's offering advice to men. Color me surprised.
that you're divorced on your profile might earn you some rejection or judgment, it's really best to be honest. A good woman will appreciate an honest man. There is a woman out there in the dating apps that will appreciate.
Yeah, here's the thing. Women don't do this. They don't do this. Any time that I have gone on a date and I found out that they're divorced, that's an awkward conversation. Usually comes up on the first date though, so I appreciate them at least being honest there, but anyways.
Your experience
Don't do this.
as a man and want to understand where you've been. Sometimes you might find that you want to just delete these apps because of all the rejection and mismatch compatibilities. And it's really easy to be discouraged by the lack of genuine women out there. But remember, dating apps in general are really difficult for most men. However, what's most important is you want to highlight what's unique about you and your value. Your growing age and your experience is actually what a lot of women find value in, and something that most women actually are
looking for once they turn 28. And the curtains and the lights are coming on at the club.
looking for. So don't let your inner fear hold you back. Take that leap of faith, create an honest profile, and be consistent at diving into the possibilities of finding a true connection with a woman in these dating apps.
Yeah, if men were honest in dating apps, it would be quite funny. And if I were to be using dating apps, it would also be quite funny if I were to be 100% obvious with the profile itself. Anyways, my brain just did a little bit of a loop there. I don't know if you can tell. Definitely roast me in the comments section below, but I think it's time to wrap up this video. In any case, you know, that woman really... It's kind of like the dadvocate. You kind of wonder if these women are truly doing things for their own interest or they're actually doing things to improve men's lives. And sometimes, you know, being too honest isn't that great. Obviously, lying all the time is a very bad way to be. But, you know, women hold on to this information, so what's the harm in men doing that? Somebody will want to try to understand what exact situation you've been through. I completely understand that, but don't let women take advantage of that. Now we will wrap it up because I didn't have any closing thoughts. There are my closing thoughts. Like the video if you could, subscribe if you haven't already. Check out Locke's content pinned in the comment section if you've got extra time. I appreciate you. I'll catch you in the next one. Always do your due diligence if you're choosing to date women over 30. Cheers.